Hello and welcome to my channel and YouTube. We're going to go to Unit 49 of this book, Oxford Word Skills. Let's go to this unit. Let's see what are we going to talk about. In this unit, we're going to talk about sports. I can talk about sports. So there are some words, the names of the games, and the names of the places and the equipment that we can use to talk about the games, different sports, let's say. The first game that we're going to learn is football. The place that we can play football in it is called pitch, and the equipment that we need to play football. One of them is net, and we say goal. It can be goal and nets too. And we say ball, and we play in football. Special things, you need for the game. So the net and the ball. Here, let's talk about the scores too. The number of points or goals you have. We can say 1-0. Instead of 1-0, we say 1-0. 2-1 or 2 goals to 1. The other one is rugby. Again, rugby is a kind of game, a kind of sport. The place that we play rugby is called pitch. And what do we need? The equipment is called rugby ball. There is a ball in most of the sports. In rugby, again, we have a ball, but different kinds of ball. And here again, we had a ball. And how can we talk about the score? 10 and 6. We say 10-6 or 10 points to 6. 10 points to 6. Here, if you remember, we said 2 goals to 1. Here we say 10 points to 6. Just remember these special words. The other game is called ice hockey. The place that we play ice hockey is called rink. And what do we need for ice hockey? There's a stick. We need a stick and a puck. Stick and a puck. Again, this is a kind of ball. Here we have rugby ball, here ball, and this is called puck. 3-2, or we say 3 goals to 2, exactly like football. 2 goals to 1, 3 goals to 2. The other game that we're going to learn is called volleyball. In our own language, it is exactly the same. We say volleyball, volleyball. Court is the place that we play volleyball, and it is called net. What do we need for volleyball? We need a net. And also, again, we need a ball, but it's not written here. So you can remember here there's a net, and we need a ball here. How can we talk about the scores? 15 points to 10. Exactly the same as rugby. Rugby and which one? Volleyball are the same. And football and ice hockey are the same. We're going to talk about tennis. For tennis, we need a place that is called court. What do we need for tennis? The equipments. We need a net. We need a racket. This is the racket. This is the net that we have here too, but the picture is not shown here. And we have a tennis ball. Again, ball is not here. And in this part, again, I told you we need a ball. In volleyball. So in tennis, how can we talk about the scores? 6, 6-3, we say, or 6 games to 3. So remember, here we say games. 6-2 or 6-2 is one set in tennis. So there is a set in tennis. Just a part of the time that we play tennis is called set. And in each set, we play 6-2. a kind of set. And for basketball, we have a court exactly like tennis. We have a basket here, basket. Again, we need a net. Of course, this is a basket. There is no net. We need a basket. And also, we need a ball here. It's not shown, but we need it. How can we talk about the scores? 60 points to 44. 60 points to 44. Exactly the same as this one, rugby, and the same as volleyball. So, rugby, volleyball, and basketball all are the same, and just telling the kind of scores. Here, there are some exercises. You're going to look at the sentences, look at the exercises, and do them. The first one, combine words to find games, places, equipment, and scores. There are some words here. You're going to combine words. For example, volley and ball is called volleyball. Or maybe combine words to find a game or a place or an equipment or a score. So we can say, for example, ice hockey. Again, is a kind of game. Okay, true or false, write T or F. T for true, F for false. Change the false sentences and make them true. You're going to read the sentences. If there is any wrong sentence, you're going to make it correct and write it here. If it is true, just write T here. Dear one, complete the sentences according to the words we have studied right now. You're going to fill in the blanks here. I watched a fantastic of ice hockey on TV last night. So you can talk about a game here, fantastic game of ice hockey. There are some blanks here. You're going to fill in the blanks according to what you have studied, what you have learned. About football, there's a kind of reading here. Okay, league table. These are the names of the football matches, football teams, let's say. There are some names here, names of Italy football. Here there are some, again, matches, some teams that have played since now, and how many goals do they have? Lost, drawn, goals, and again goals against, goal for, and points, the points that they have. Let's read here in this part to see what is going to happen here. Before reading this part, mostly it is necessary to talk about glossary and spotlight. Let's first talk about glossary and spotlight, then we can read this text. So in this part, you're going to learn some words that is needed for this part. Match. As you know, we have a match. For example, we say football match, ice hockey match, or what do we say? Let's say tennis match and different kinds of matches. So a game between two teams are called match. Against, one player or team plays against another player or team. Mostly, whenever we have teams, we have, for example, one team. In front of us, there's another team. You're going to play with them. So it is called against them. Score, the mark that we get a goal or points. In every game, it is different. In some of them, we say goal. How many goals do we have? It's called the score of that game. And sometimes we say, we talk about the points as scores. Top of the table or league, the number one in the table or league is called top of the table. Lead, be in front of the others in game or sport. For example, if tractor is on top of the table, we say tractor leads the game. So it means tractor is on top. Half time, a period of rest between the first and second half is called half time. So in the middle of the game, there's a special time for a rest. This is called half time. First half, second half. The game is in two halves. Mostly in football, we have something like this. Each half is 45 minutes long, so this is called first half and second half. And final score is the number of goals at the end of the game. Here about spotlight, there are some irregular verbs. As you know, we have regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are in whenever we add ed at the end of the verb is called irregular verb. And whenever we cannot add ed at the end of the verb, just we change the verb. Maybe it is not changed, or just we don't add ed at the end of the verb to make past tense. It's called irregular verb. Like, for example, win, we say won, or we say draw, drew, lose, lost. Okay, we won 2-1 against uh, Sampdoria. Beat someone, beat. So, beat someone means to defeat someone. We beat Sampdoria 2-1. So, our goal was 2, Sampdoria's was 1. So, we beat them. Draw with someone, drew or drawn. Drew is the past tense and drawn is the past participle. And here, as you saw, win past tense was won, beat past tense was again beat, the same. Draw past tense was drew. Here, past participle is written too. We say drawn. We drew 3-3 with Roma. Lose to someone, we say the past tense as lost. We lost 1-0 or 1-0 to Milan. So according to what you have learned here, we're going to have a text and this part, a reading. On Friday, AC Milan won their important match against Inter Milan. Khalat scored the only goal in the 70th minute. This means they are still top on the table, but now top on the table, it means they are in the first place. But now lead Inter by 5 points. On Saturday, Cagliari could only draw their match with Torino. So it means they can just have match with Torino. At Palermo, Roma were leading 3-0 at halftime, but Palermo came back in the second half to make the final score 3-3. Lazio beat Liverpool 3-1, while Treviso lost 3-1 to Fiorentina. So as you saw here, all of the verbs were in the past tense, if you could pay attention. Why? Because all the games have played before, and this text is talking about the games that have been played. And now they're going to talk about just the scores, the goals, and the other things that has happened in the play, during the play. Have a good time and be with us on WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, and also Rubika. Have a good time and have fun.